if you're a busy professional like me and you have a lot of different obligations in your schedule, it can be challenging to know exactly how to develop your time and your schedule so that you actually get the results that you want. So I'm going to give you three of my favorite time management techniques that have worked time and time again, and thousands of other professionals swear by these exact same time management techniques. So number one is you have to have clear priorities. If you don't know what the most difficult thing that you're going to do for the day is or for the week, you are probably at great risk of wasting one or more entire days trying to do smaller priorities or busy work, things that really just don't take a lot of your time, and but they end up taking a lot of your time because you wasted a lot of time on that. So you have to prioritize, and you must do the most difficult or the most time consuming task first, because if you wait until later in the week to do something that's difficult, you're not going to have the motivation or the energy to finish it. But if you start with the most difficult thing first, everything else after that is easier, and your mind, it's really weird, but I've noticed this has happened a lot in my own life. Your mind kind of starts to like relax and kind of like filter everything else into the place that it needs to go into. And it basically makes, even if you're doing some like medium difficulty tasks after, if you do that super big difficult task first, your mind is able to see how other pieces of your daily puzzle fall into place, and it makes everything that you do so much simpler and easier after that. The second thing is to batch similar texts or tasks or texts together. The reason I was saying texts there is because that's what I often do with my emails, texts, and messages. I rarely sit there. I don't think I ever sit there and just respond like all the time to every message that comes in, because if I just always responded to every message that comes in, I would never have time to actually get work done and to do things that are meaningful and productive in my schedule. So I'll typically batch respond to messages and texts once in the morning and once in the evening. So that way I'm pretty well caught up on the most important messages that I have to get through in my day, but I'm not swamped by them or distracted so that I'm unable to do the other things in my life and in my day that I would have to get to. The third thing is to say no. So in order to get things done, you're constantly going to be bombarded with different requests, different invitations, different things in your life that look tempting and you might want to actually do it. But if you don't say no at some point, you're just never going to have time to do what you actually need to do, much less take time to do things that you want to do. So you have to know what your priorities are again so that you can say no to anything that doesn't fall into what you're currently obligated to and what you're trying to do. So those are my three tips for busy professional men, regardless of what you do for work, to really take ownership of your time and to have a schedule that allows you to thrive. Use one, two, or all three of these tips, and let me know what you think in the comments of this.